So if you guys missed it, we bought a house a few months ago. I used to live in my sweet little apartment with my husband and our two kids. Finally got ourselves a house, which I'm so grateful for. Honestly, I don't even know where to begin on updating you guys because there's just so much to update on. We have been doing the renovations all ourselves. We have not hired anybody. My husband has experience in like construction and stuff, so that has been so handy and so helpful. So we've been pretty much doing everything ourselves, and we do have like some family members that have been helping us, which is so amazing. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just sharing different parts of our house. I'll be sharing tons of befores and afters. So I guess I'll just start with, let me share my favorite things about this house. We have vaulted ceilings. That has been such a dream come true of mine. It wasn't a deal breaker when we were looking for a house, but we ended up getting something personally I really wanted, the vaulted ceilings. And I also love the bay windows of this house. I think they're absolutely stunning and so cute and so charming. We have them here in the dining room, we have them in the living room. We also have the bay windows in the master bedroom, which is so beautiful. I'm just so in love with that. And another thing I love about this house is that we have a natural wood burning fireplace, which is something I've always wanted in a house. And of course, for our first house, this wasn't going to be a deal breaker if it didn't have it. But since we ended up getting an older home, older houses tend to have a natural wood burning fireplace, which is such a score. I'm so thankful for it. Okay, so here's our fireplace, and there's my beautiful little Christmas tree. So I think I'm going to be posting this right before Christmas, so Merry Christmas. I love the fireplace, but it is kind of like outdated. The tile is old and it has darker grout. Not really my style, but I'm just happy this fireplace isn't like bright green. It's just a neutral color, so I'm happy with it for now. We do plan on changing this, sprucing it up in the next year. I really hope we can do it next year. But for now, I feel like this works. So this house is small, but we do have a lot of property on the outside compared to the house size. So that's another thing I love about the house. I wasn't expecting us to have this much, but I am so grateful for it because we were totally okay with having a smaller yard. I just really wanted enough space for my kids to play outside. I really wanted a backyard for them. We were able to get something that was way more than we ever expected, which I'm so grateful for. It is a lot of upkeep and maintenance, but it's just so much fun. So let me fill you in on what we've done so far. So from the beginning, so this house had like brown walls, carpet everywhere except for like a part of the kitchen. And the bathrooms, I think they had linoleum, and those were a pain to remove, let me just say. First thing we did is rip up all the carpets. We took off all the baseboards, door casings, we took out the doors, and then we were kind of left with a good like blank slate. I also went ahead and started picking out paint color, so I was testing out samples. I was sharing that on Instagram a bit, and I decided to, obviously it's like hard to tell the exact paint color I have here. All you guys see is like white. So essentially, yes, it's white. But I went with Cotton White by Sherwin-Williams in Satin. For the ceilings, we did the exact same color except in flat. I wanted to have walls and ceiling all the same color. For one, it's so much easier when it comes to painting it, first of all. Second is I wanted it to look very consistent throughout. I really didn't want there to be like a break in color when it goes from like the walls to the ceiling. And the entire house, we did the same color. Like I went with Cotton White because it's more of a creamier color. It's not like a pure white. Obviously our baseboards and trim, door casings, it's all going to be pure white by Sherwin-Williams. But as far as the walls, they have a more like creamier undertone, so it looks a little bit softer, a little bit warmer. For floors, I went with like this light oak color, which you guys probably have seen in my videos and footages. I love this color so much. It's like my absolute dream, and we went with LVP just based on our research, recommendations from other people. Very durable, great if you have kids or pets. So that's why we went with that material specifically. And I love the light oak color because I feel like it makes it really easy to bring in warmer tones when it comes to furniture or decoration, and cooler tones. So here is where I think has been the biggest transformation of the house. This, and then another thing I'll share, is there used to be a wall right here. So awkward. It totally closed up the space. The wall was absolutely weird too. Like I feel like they were trying to close in like the kitchen, but it wasn't done in a right way. It was just absolutely weird and awkward. So we tore that thing down and it is so open now. And what we plan on here, so here where the fridge is, we're actually gonna move the fridge where the stove is, which I'll show you in just a moment. But starting right here and then going around this way into the kitchen, we'll have a peninsula here. So peninsula with cabinets. We still haven't decided if we are going to be able to have like bar stools here yet. We haven't gotten that far, but we plan on remodeling this kitchen in the new year. This will be our next project after we finish up what we got going on right now. But we're going to be gutting the whole thing. So cabinets, countertops, adding a peninsula, so all new, pretty much everything. We may even get new appliances. Still haven't decided, but that's a possibility. Kitchen will be a huge transformation. There was a wall, you guys, right here, the wall right here, blocking everything. And it was so awkward because now when you take out this wall, you have more freedom to add furniture right here at this peninsula, which gives you so much more counter space. Here, see that corner there? Just when I go in right here and try to like grab stuff or whatever, it's so awkward. So we are planning on moving the fridge either right where the stove is or right here, right against this opening right there. And then the stove will be where the fridge is. We'll do a hood on top and then the peninsula coming out over here. This is how it looks like right now. It has these kind of orangey cabinets, but everything is functional. Like it works, nothing is bad, but I'm so excited. Like, this is like such a dream of mine, you guys. Like I am just so grateful and excited for this. So next thing that we did that was a huge transformation, walking over to show you. Wow, do you see? Okay, so this is really awkward. See that stair baluster shoe? That was my son messing with it. He pulled it down, so my husband has to fix that. So let's pretend it doesn't look like that. Where I'm standing, there was a closet in this whole section all the way up here. It didn't go to the ceiling, which was the awkward thing, which you can see in the footages here. The closet stopped, and since we have vaulted ceilings, they couldn't put the closet all the way to the ceiling. It just would have looked awkward. But since the closet didn't even reach the ceilings, it also looked awkward. So, well, it's nice having a closet here. It just made the space feel so closed and boxed in. And the stairs didn't even have railing or anything. There actually was just a wall here. So we took all that wall down, we took down the closet, and we pretty much built it back up with posts, handrails, balusters, and I think it looks so much better now. The space feels so much more open. And let me tell you, doing stairs is absolutely complicated as heck. I had no idea how complicated stairs are until like we started getting into doing it. Like, oh my gosh, thank goodness we don't have a large staircase to do. I mean, it's a good amount, but it's not like huge or massive. Let me show some pictures, Pinterest pictures of the vibe I'm going for this house. So I'm trying to mix in like some contemporary into it, but I really want it to look kind of lived in, earthy, comfortable, cozy, and I love including like curves and different shapes. That's why I went with these stairs, balusters, because it has that curve. It's a split oval design, and it gives a contemporary vibe to the house, which I love, and it looks unique at the same time. Here's how it looks like from this angle. Sorry, I'm kind of blurred out, but it's just absolutely stunning. But we're not finished with it yet, so we have to cut these down, make them shorter, because obviously this just doesn't look cute. And we're planning on staining it. And the stain that I'm planning on doing is something very similar to our floors. I want to match the stain to the darker color of our floors, so that way it really looks like consistent and cohesive. So I'm planning on doing that. I'm really hoping we can nail the stain because I know there's like a million different shades you can do. And it's just truly incredible just how much the space changed just by doing those two things. Knocking down this closet, knocking down that wall, and as soon as you walk into this house, it just feels so open, which is what I really wanted in a house. I really wanted it to be open because it gives you more freedom to style and decorate and furnish when you have just like a really nice open area. And it also is just a lot easier when having kids. I have 2 little kids. It's so much easier keeping an eye on them as I'm doing things because everything is open. I can see them. So it just really helps as well. So I think for this house, especially since it is small, it really helped just opening up everything. And as far as this closet here, honestly, like we've been having no issues with like coat storage or shoes. We actually keep our shoes on the bottom here on like a little shoe stand here. I'll probably get like a little cabinet, something that looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing later on. And then I'll do maybe a little bit of hooks for coats, but usually what I do is I just go upstairs and hang my coat. It's honestly been no issue. Sorry if the angle is kind of funny, but another thing we also did with this house is we added recessed lighting at the top. So we did 6 on one side of the vaulted ceilings, which they are also dimmable. So if you are renovating your house and just changing things, honestly, I really recommend dimmable lights. Another thing we're renovating is the master bath. So we are planning on doing that before the kitchen. So we're coming up really close to getting that started. So we already gutted it. We had to like get everything off. We took out the sheetrock, the vanity, the toilet, disassembled and took off the shower, and it was probably the most horrific spot in the house. So we're building it back up. So right now it just looks like this, it's empty. So we plan to get that done pretty soon here. All right, and then this is the family room right off the kitchen. I love this space. I'm also very happy that our couch fits in here perfectly. In the living area, more of the formal living room, it really doesn't make sense there. It's too bulky. But for this room, it's like comfortable, it's plush and full and deep. Totally makes sense for this space. We also added a new rug here, the side table that you see here, and then the coffee table that's on that side. Those are gonna go. I'm not even sure if I'm going to even have like a coffee table here because this is where the kids mainly play. So you can see the toys and that bin of books there. This is kind of like their play area. It's more of a chill room. Right here, you guys, this we built. This is our pantry. It looks absolutely terrible, I know. I still have to organize it, and we haven't installed new doors in our home yet. So I'll share like a before picture. This is actually the one spot I did not take a good before picture. Right here in the corner used to be like a really tiny skinny cabinet. So we extended the floor, as you can see right here. The floor is not done on that step yet, but we extended the floor out. You see where that line is there? That's how much we extended it. And then my father-in-law built the pantry. And having this size of a pantry, which is more than double the size of what we used to have, makes a huge difference, especially with a smaller kitchen right now. We just have to add the doors to just like hide all the crap in there. But this family room changed so much. It used to be all carpet, dark colored walls, and now it feels so bright and open. The space is so usable now, especially for my kids and us. We hang out here most of the time. Okay, so I really want to show you guys my office, but it's so dark in there right now. Like I cannot get enough lighting, even with my camera settings and everything. It's just a really gloomy day here. Like it's just so gloomy here today. So I will just insert some footages here of the office. This is probably the most finished space. I still have to add curtains, and then I want to add some more plants to the room. I also want to add like a nice lamp for the desk, and then the curtains drapes have to be installed still. So this office is probably, again, the most finished room in the house, which is really nice because my husband and I both use it. Alex works from home a few days a week, which is so nice. So he uses it. I use it for filming and for editing and just, you know, working in there. So it's really nice having that space. That wraps it up for my renovation series part 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing what we've been up to and how the house is coming along. Again, I'm just so grateful for just everything. It's just such a blessing, and I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to even make changes to a house, something I've never done before. This is all new to me, so I've been so meticulous of my planning. I have collages on Canva, Pinterest boards of just like my style, what I plan to do. So anyways, that's what we have going on. We're currently finishing up projects right now, so we're going to be installing all new doors, and then we have to do door casings, renovate the master bath, and then we'll start with the biggest project, which is gutting and renovating the kitchen, which is going to be so fun to do. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and I'll see you next time. Bye!